Yo, what's really good, University of Miami Hurricane football fans? Your boy Alonzo 1219, aka Diehard, back in the building. Got an interview today with one of my favorite people, young man that I've been talking to for a little while. That Kane Shades actually hooked me up with my first interview ever. You know what I'm saying? So this guy got a special spot in my heart for him. You know what I'm saying? But Mr. Steve Billings Larson Jr. What's going on, brother? Athlete from Apopka High School, and has an offer from the University of Miami, but I'm gonna let him talk about it and see how it goes. What's going on, young brother?
Not much, man. It's always a pleasure to talk to you.
Man, I'm glad to have you on, man. We try to kick it every now and then. Just a good dude, man. I let people know that this guy is almost like a Rhodes Scholar. You know what I'm saying? Offers from almost every Ivy League school in the country. So he's a very, very smart guy, but he wants to stay home. So we gonna see what's going on. Let him know your journey a little bit, Steven.
My name's Stephen Billings Larson. As Alonzo said, I was born in Orlando, Florida. Stayed there till I was about 14. Then we moved out here to Apopka. I've been at Apopka High School for the past 3 years. I play 5 different sports. I play football, of course. I wrestle. I run track. I weightlift, and I play volleyball. Volleyball. This past year was my first year. I played football and wrestled for all 3 years, and I ran track for about 2 years. Weightlifting I've done since I was a freshman. This past year I went to state. I was ranked fifth in the state, and at the state tournament I got 10th overall. Um, as far as the academic side of my journey goes, is a lot of that falls in the things that my dad had been teaching me growing up. No matter how hard I work physically, the thing that's gonna last longer is the mental side of things. So I always gotta stay focused on my schoolwork. That comes first before everything else.
Okay. The last camp you went to for UM, how did that go?
It went really well. Went down there. Me and my dad got up at about 3 o'clock in the morning. Hopped on the highway. Sped down there. Got down there about 7:30, I'd say. Started off the camp. I was feeling nice and comfortable. It was a nice day out. We had a little bit of sun shower for a little bit. But we got out there, started competing, running through some drills. I was having a great time. I was real relaxed, real comfortable. So it was fun.
Any of the coaches comment on anything and say anything that they like to see you work on and what you did well?
Not so much as that, as they were just coming up saying what's up to me. It's always a pleasure to have me down there. I talk to those guys almost on a monthly basis, so we keep it pretty frequent. But as far as technique and stuff goes, they said, I'm where they want me to be at. So
Good deal. Um, what do you think on the opportunity to go, play at UM? How do you think that's going to go?
I think it would go extremely well. Growing up, I've been a Canes fan. I've been to the campus several times. It's a place to be. So it's like a dream come true to have the opportunity to go play there.
Any other people from the 2018 class that you conversate with? Any other players that may be going?
I talked to Blades. I done talked to Lorenzo a couple of times. Who else? Gilbert. There's a couple of 2017 kids like DJ and DJ from California. That's like my big brother, DJ Johnson. He's a real cool dude. 2018, we got some kids that I actually go to school with who got offers who aren't commits yet. But Will Barnes and Ed, I see them on a daily basis. So.
Okay. Um, any are you kind of leaning toward? I know I talked to the guys last week and saying something about an academic scholarship that they may or may not be offering you. I haven't. I know it was. I heard it from a source, and I talked to you, so I would rather let you confirm that and see let them know what might be happening there.
Yeah, I definitely have some academic scholarship opportunities. Of course, I'm leaning towards the U because, like I said, it's my favorite place, it's my favorite college. Um, but there are some scholarship opportunities academically that I've been communicating with the school about.
Okay, so with the academic scholarship from Miami, what would that would help you as a walk on? Because I know that they don't just people think of walk on, they think you just walk on the field and try out when that's not the case. Explain to people how the walk on concept works.
Well, the concept, that I understand is the preferred walk-on concept. It's basically, it's a gap. There's a little thin gap between kids who just want to try out for the team and kids who have scholarship offers, and that's where the preferred walk-on sits. Those are kids that they want to bring on and have on the team that they don't necessarily have enough scholarships to be able to give out to. They get all the same things that the players get. Is like they're just like the scholarship players, minus the actual money for scholarship. So you're still part of the team. You still get the chance to start with the ones. You get all the same shot the scholarship players do. They just don't have that extra scholarship to give you.
Now I got a prime example. I can't remember the guy name from Clemson last year. The wide receiver, the white guy. I can't
Yeah.
remember his name, but he was almost the star of the game. In the national championship game, he's one of their top receivers to play for Clemson, and he was a walk on with an academic scholarship, and so
Yes, sir.
that lets you know how far you can go and come in. I know there's a few guys who have scholarships that took scholarships that were academic scholarships just because they can get that, and it opened up another spot for a kid who probably couldn't get an academic scholarship but would get the regular scholarship, and the other guy would get the academic scholarship, walk on, like you say, still be a starter. So those things work out. It's just other ways to get kids into the program if you're smart enough to get the academic scholarship. So
Exactly, and we actually have a kid at the U's named DJ Washington. It's another good friend of mine. He is a walk on. He actually had scholarship opportunities to go elsewhere, but he passed those on to take a walk on spot at the U because he had the grades for the academic scholarship.
and what let these guys know what you're taking up when you. I'm saying when you go to the U. I'm just saying this, you know what I'm saying, because I'm a fan of yours, and you know how I feel about University of Miami. But like I said, I consider you a friend of mine, and your father's a very, very, very good guy. I talked to him a couple times, but let them know what you will be taking up when. I'm saying when you decide to sign your academic papers to go to the University of Miami and play football.
The field that I want to go into is the medical field, orthopedic surgery or athletic training. The whole medical thing is something that the athletic trainers at my school have gotten me into because I've had my fair share of, cuts and bruises, and just seeing that stuff fascinates me. So it's something that I want to get into.
What other schools offered you academic scholarships?
Academic scholarships, most of the Ivy Leagues, excuse me, like I've talked to Harvard, Penn, Brown, Columbia. Actually, during the springtime, the Columbia coach came and saw me during practice. We talked it out for a little bit. It's mainly been Ivy League schools, and I'm in talks with the Naval Academy too. Haven't gotten anything from them yet, but I've been talking to them.
So, real smart. I was telling you, like, the guy's name, I forgot his name again, that played for Florida State. That's a doctor now that ended up getting a Rhodes Scholarship. It ended up becoming a Rhodes Scholar. Keep forgetting his name. I think he played safety or something like that. Now he's a doctor. It's amazing how a lot of times we look at kids as just athletes and not understand how much hard work you put in on the academic side as well. That has to take a lot of work to get offers from schools like that. Even though I know, and I'm not saying this for Steve, I'm saying it for me. I'm being selfish right now, so you guys can understand it. Even though I know he's going to the University of Miami, being selfish for me, but a lot of the hard work you put in, man, we appreciate it. When is your next trip to the school?
My next trip to the school next month for Paradise Camp.
Are you going back? So this would be a second time going to Paradise Camp, right? You went last year, right?
Yes, sir.
And they invited you back again. That is an invite only thing, right? Or is it just it's just a show up thing?
Yeah, it's an invite only thing. They'll reach out to the kids that they want to come, and let them know to come, let them know the dates and everything.
So back to back, they've reached out to you to have you come down to Paradise Camp. That's great news again. What is your style of play? So we can go in because we're getting pretty much on 10 minutes. What is your style of play?
What do you mean by style? Like the style
How,
that my team runs, or how I play
how you
personally?
play? Like you're classified as an athlete. I've seen you play running back a lot. But what is your style of play? How do you at either position, whatever position you play?
I mean, the core thing that I focus on, no matter what position that I play, is the amount of aggressiveness that I have, because um, that's what's gonna wear people down physically and mentally. No matter how good you are, no matter how how good other people tell you are, or the confidence that you have about yourself, if you don't have the mental toughness and aggressiveness to stick with somebody throughout all 4 quarters, it's not going to go well for you. So I like to stay aggressive, push people, keep them uncomfortable, so that way I have the upper hand no matter who it is I'm going up against.
Man, great things, man. I know they had a video out for you. I can't remember. Do you remember the name of that guy that did the video for you? I did subscribe to his channel. You remember who that is?
Not off the top of my head.
I'm gonna try to get that link and put it in the description for you guys to go look it up and check them out at the last camp that they did for UM. Mr. Larson, I appreciate it, man. Hey, we're gonna give a shout out to this young man, and like I say, in my opinion, he will be with the University of Miami. Appreciate talking to you. To all my Hurricane fans, man, y'all look out for these young kids, man, and always be there to support these guys, man, because they work really hard, man. One for the you, Mr. Steve Larson.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Hey, I always appreciate being on. I appreciate all the support I get. Love you guys, man.
Thanks, man. And that's how we gonna end it, man. University of Miami, love you guys all day, every day. Doing that. You up represent. If you like, share the page, like the page, subscribe to the page. We almost at 1,000. Trying to get there. Love you guys, man, all day, every day, and we out.